Today's science fiction story is going to be told in several parts. I've called this story The Wall Came Down. And here's the first part. No one really saw the wall being built. It wasn't the work of one day or one alien empire. It was 100 small decisions, 1,000 subtle changes. As Earth's wars raged and her skies grew dim, the Council of Species quietly decided that humanity's madness was a threat to every star. A quarantine perimeter went up first as checkpoints, then as patrols, and finally, as a shimmering energy lattice that wove itself through the Oort and Kuiper belts. No ship out, no ship in, no signal could cross, unless the Council allowed it. "We're protecting them from themselves," said the Council to their citizens. "We're protecting ourselves from them," they said in private. Inside the wall, Earth burned. Sea levels rose, crops failed, governments fell. For most, the end felt slow, then sudden. Cities were swallowed, coasts vanished. A few lucky ones reached the L5 stations or Mars, but even those colonies starved without outside help. Outside the wall, the galaxy grew accustomed to silence. Human stories faded into myth, then cautionary tale, then nothing. But the wall didn't just keep humanity out. It kept something else in. And now here's the second part of our story. In the shattered city of Nairobi, in the year 2292, a girl named Zahra Kendi scavenged for relics in the sunken streets. She found old data cores, faded books, seeds, and forgotten vaults. Her parents had been engineers, lost to famine, but they'd taught her how to patch together what remained. She lived in the ruins with a band of orphans, trading what she found for water, bandages, and solar credits. One night, Zahra followed a blinking code in an old council beacon, long buried under concrete. It was a Fragmentan emergency AI, its memory failing, but still running one last protocol. Seed bank. Incomplete. Project. Revival. Final request. Find the uplink. Zahra patched it into her battered tablet. The AI guided her night after night through flooded tunnels and collapsed rail lines, toward a forgotten uplink hub built into the bones of MT Kilimanjaro. The climb took days. Storms battered her, while drones half-rusted, half-wild chased her at every turn. But she made it to the hub, where an ancient fusion reactor hummed beneath meters of stone. There, the AI revealed the truth. Project Revival wasn't just a database. It was a blueprint for biospheres, terraforming, and something stranger, a quantum message meant to piggyback through the wall on bursts of cosmic noise. The plan was wild. First, Zahra and her makeshift family rebuilt the hub, piecing together solar cells, algae vats, and radio arrays from salvage. Second, they spent months decoding the quantum packet, testing, failing, trying again, each time growing more determined. Word spread through the underground. Other cells joined them: Mars hackers, L5 biologists, survivors from Shanghai and Rio. In the silence of extinction, humans built something together across continents for the first time in a century. It took years, but finally, the message was ready. Zahra loaded the Project Revival AI, its memory now shared by 1,000 contributors, and set it to broadcast on every possible frequency. Light, gravity, quantum tunneling. The wall shuddered. And now here is the third and final part of our story. Outside, on the Council's deep space sensors, something impossible happened. A voice echoed through the noise, a simple, stubborn, joyous phrase. "We are not dead. We are ready." The Council panicked. Patrols raced to the wall. Observers watched as behind the shimmering barrier, lights flared in ruined cities. Fields began to regrow, in places believed to be lost forever. Clouds seeded themselves. Deserts bloomed. On Mars and the L5 rings, gardens flowered and children cheered as news of Earth's resurgence spread. Inside the wall, people everywhere felt it. A pulse, a rising current. The certainty that they were not alone and not defeated. The Council met in emergency session. Some demanded more walls, more isolation. Others argued for mercy, for study, for understanding. It was too late. Humanity had already changed. The quantum message Zahra's team sent wasn't just a plea for help. It was a map, open source, viral, a gift to every world. Within days, the same protocols patched old biospheres on Ganymede, healed coral towers in the Lyrian Sea, and cured the blight in 100 council cities. The wall began to crack not with violence, but with new life. Seeds drifted through holes in the lattice. Code found its way into council servers. People on both sides shared songs, stories, recipes, old dreams. Finally, when the wall came down, it wasn't with a bang. It was with laughter. Children from Earth and distant worlds meeting in green fields, speaking new words, trading old hopes. Zahra stood atop MT, Kilimanjaro, the sky clear at last. She broadcast one final message. You tried to keep us out, but we grew strong together. And now we come as friends. Across the galaxy, worlds healed. And humanity was no longer the threat. They were the answer. If you enjoyed this science fiction adventure, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up today. And if you want to hear more of my science fiction stories, check out some of these other videos. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day, and remember to keep an open mind.